I've gotten comfortable enough. I don't have to watch this on a separate monitor to make sure I'm clicking
There you go.
on the right thing. Well, I think we've gone live here, Miss Sue.
Oh, all righty. Well, happy Friday to you, Pierre. How's it been going this week for you?
It's been actually a really good week, productive, and had some technical fun stuff. How about you?
Always technical fun stuff.
Yeah, it was
Always something going on.
truly is. Yeah. How about you? How was your week?
Busy, and it's still busy. I'll be glad when 5 o'clock rolls around today. But as we get started, I just wanted to point out in the chat, I did post the 800. It's a toll-free number for the South Carolina Association of Realtors, the tech hotline that's available to all Realtor members. Anybody who wants to get technical assistance regarding problems on their computers, they're great. It's open 24/7, and they will just need to have what's called their NRDS number. Excuse me. The agents will know what that is, but if you don't know what it is, it should be on your Realtor magazine and your membership card. So it's a 9-digit number, I think.
Yeah, I remember that question. I learned what the NERDS number is. I like calling it the NERDS number.
Yeah, NERDS number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So anyhow, that's what's going on here. Really nothing. I've been playing around a little bit. Remember I talked about that new app a couple weeks ago called Periscope?
Yeah.
Which is live streaming. Did you get a chance to check it out yet?
No, I meant to, but I haven't.
Yeah. Well, I passed it on to some local agents, and I know some of our local agents are playing around with it, so they're having fun with that, where they can go live, and yeah, it's really cool. So I'm sure as more and more people hear about it, they're going to come up with some creative uses. But again, check it out, Periscope. It's an app. Don't know if it's for Android yet. Definitely for iPhone and on the iPad. So.
Okay. I remember looking at the time. I didn't see anything for the Android. I could only pull it up on my iPad. So.
Right. Yeah. I don't think it's out yet. So usually it comes out in a couple weeks after that. So.
Yeah. Well, cool. Let me know if as you hear more of it. I'm so sometimes so hard to try the things, all the things I want to try. It's.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know. I don't try them all. I read a lot. I get all the new apps that come out. I get emails on them, and mostly ones that are real estate related. And I take a look at them and see what their uses might be. But if it's not something I can see a legitimate use, I'm not even going to waste my time with it right away. So
Absolutely.
I'll take my time playing around with it. So
yeah.
But, well, anyhow, I think we were going to talk about Gmail today, specifically Google Drive and some other of the add-ons or extensions.
Yep.
So if you want to kick it off with what your favorite one is, what you use.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Let me actually. I was going to share my screen, and something went funky there for a second. Sorry about that. Second settings. There we go. Sorry, my screen just decided to freeze up on me there for a minute. But we're good. We're good. I mean, the interesting thing is, I know you've heard me talk about LastPass. It's been a part of my extension, Google extension, for I don't even know. I think 3 or 4 years now, and I got Reportive in here. Reportive is another one of those social recon kind of tools. It's specific for LinkedIn. Is another one I've had for at least
Before we go any further, why don't we explain to people what we mean by extensions for people that are maybe listening in and maybe not understand or know what we're talking about? Maybe quickly tell them why it's important to use them, how they help.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe it'll help if I share my screen so we can see a little bit about
that'd be great.
What these things look like. What these things look like. Let me know when you can see the screen, and I will start chatting about it a little bit in more detail.
Yep, I can see it. If you can blow it up any, that'd be great.
Okay, let's see. Let me try doing it this way. Is that better?
No.
Let me try this. Try a couple things here.
That was good. Yep. Okay, good.
Oh, you like right there?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, Extensions are these widgets. I'm in Chrome. It's the Google browser, and extensions are these little icons that you see up here, and they basically serve an unbelievable amount of potential functions. If you Google Chrome extensions, you'll come to, I'll just do it again so you can kind of see it. You'll find that there are going to be extensions that you're going to find. If you just click on this link here, it'll bring you back to the same tab I was showing a minute ago.
And that's from the Google store, but is that from Chrome store rather?
Yeah, this is from the Chrome Web Store. And in here, you can basically search for apps and extensions, even themes. But in respect to what we're talking about now, if you wanted something that was related to Facebook, for example, you could start typing something in. I'll just leave it as Facebook, and you'll see that it'll start pulling up apps and different things like that. My recommendation to you is don't just open them willy-nilly and start installing things left and right. No different than Amazon or any other place. Pay attention to the ratings and the feedback and the reviews when you do open something. And if the reviews are good and the ratings are good and it solves an issue for you or helps you speed up on a particular task that you're doing, you know, then add it. But I mean, there are apps on and extensions on unbelievable amounts of things. You know, so Facebook, you can see this is just a small sample of what's available. If I click more extensions, I mean, there's a lot. And that's just on one topic. I mean, you can put in almost anything you want over here. There's categories that help you fine tune, like if you want to get something on blogging or just fun stuff on photos, being more productive. I know that's a very popular topic with, let me take the word Facebook out and refresh. Let me just clear. Try that again. Extensions. Productivity.
So extensions help you maneuver through the browser quicker, access information. What's the purpose of the extensions?
They're really just about unlimited. You know, if you have it
interacts with, basically that program interacts with Google Chrome, basically, correct?
Yeah. And so as an example, this little here, let me do one on everybody uses email. I'll give you a more relative example. This one's on, let me just say all. This is I put in the word email, and you know, you've heard of Yesware before and Y stamps. These are all extensions that you can install that'll help you put these things into your They
run in the background and they help. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Absolutely. And so, for example, if I put Gmail, if you're a Gmail user like me and you, these are going to be specific, have specific benefits to Gmail. One of my favorite ones, if it's not too far down here, if I can find it. I'll just go a little bit further here if I can find it. It's got a little arrow on it. It's this one that you see right up here that I'm pointing on. And I really like it. So as an example, if I'm on, you can't do it with Facebook. Let me just open, let's say I was looking at Inman.com and I saw something there that I wanted to send to my assistant, or I wanted to post or just remember to keep track of. I mean, we can bookmark, there's lots of ways to do it, but this little widget here, send this link with Gmail, is an extension, and it automatically will open my Gmail account and it'll put the link in for me, and all I got to do is just send it to whoever I want to send it to. I can of course write more in here and hit send. So it's just that I use that constantly when I find something that I want to use for articles or blog posts or Facebook posts or that kind of thing. But the beauty of the extensions is that you can find an extension about a lot of things. So here's an example. This is a social recon tool called Connect 6. That's this one right up here. It's currently turned off so it doesn't constantly pop up on us. Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, if you use those programs, there's Skype, if you're a Skype user, there's the program I was just referring to. But there's, and even within your extensions within your account, you can select more from here as well. But they just really add a lot of tools and resources and speed to certain activities that you're going to do or want to do.
Right. Okay. And are most of these free? Are they have any costs associated with them?
Most are free. There are some with, that start free and then there's a cost, but the majority of them, I'm trying to think, every single one of the ones that I'm currently using, with the exception of LastPass, I've upgraded to the paid version, but all the other ones that you see here are all free. But they vary. There's free and paid.
And
but really pay it.
As far as safety for downloads and add-ons, are these safe to any of these? Pretty safe. They won't bring viruses in, or
that's I would say overall the answer to that's probably a safe yes, but absolutely. Okay. Before you hit plus free, like, and start going through the download process, I would open up that particular app. I would read what it really does. And then myself, I don't install a single one without looking at the reviews and kind of seeing what's been going on and read what they say and stuff like that. And if you feel comfortable once you've read that, then I would say you're pretty good to go.
Okay.
Nothing's foolproof, of course, but I would say if the reviews are good, and all that.
But everyone should have spyware on their computers. But sometimes it's just nice to know that some sites are better. I would think that Google is probably pretty safe. So
I agree. I agree. And Mina's there. Hello, Mina. Does Mina have a question?
She does not. Yeah, not yet anyway. I see something on there called the Todoist. Are you familiar with that? Because I've heard a lot about that.
Yeah, I am. It's actually, the funny thing is I use the software, but I haven't actually installed the extension. So there you go. I'll have to read the reviews, but see, and right now I'm already worried. And maybe I use it. Maybe when I read the reviews, I didn't because when I see a bunch of ones, starts making me nervous. But there's a, you have to kind of take a fairly decent look at it. But Todoist is just a to-do management system. It integrates really well with Gmail, so I like it.
Right. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, Yesware. I know the one that tells you when someone's.
That's what I use. Yesware. I think Yesware is awesome. I think that's the easiest. It runs in the background. You really don't even have to do anything with it. So
yeah. And if you know the name of what you're looking for, if you type it in, like in this example, it's right there. So you could, for example, of course, assuming you like the reviews and stuff, it looks like they're pretty good overall.
Right.
And
I know Yesware, there's a fee associated with it. I think there's a 30-day trial or 100 emails or something, and then you got to pay for it. So
yeah. And last I looked, there was so many you got free, I think, in perpetuity, unless they've changed that. And then if you wanted to go above, I think you're right. At the time anyway, it was 100. And if you wanted to go above that,
I think it's still 100. Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, there's really applications on so many, Yesware's not in blogging, of course.
Right.
Angry Birds. The drop down just caught my eye. I don't know. Like if you're doing video, like if you want to download video and stuff like that, there are extensions to do that where you could download video from different places and stuff like that.
Okay.
I
know a couple of other extensions for Gmail specifically are things like Dropbox. You can add the extension on, so you never have to leave the email. It goes right through the email.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody uses Dropbox, which I don't use Dropbox much anymore, but I know there are people still using that, they can add that extension on there. Also, if anybody's using Boomerang, Boomerang also works directly with Gmail.
And there's the Dropbox widget right there. And then you said Boomerang?
Uh-huh.
There you go.
There you go. Yep. So
And the
you can
ratings
check
on
some
these
of
look
those
pretty
out.
good. Yeah, absolutely. Good idea. Yeah. Yeah, with a little bit of research and just, checking the things that you want to do, putting in activity or the name of something you're already familiar with, you can, I'm not going to guarantee you can find something, but there are an awful lot of widgets, an awful lot of extensions and apps. So, yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Well, let's see. Well, my favorite, it's not really an extension so much, but it has to do with Evernote, It's my Evernote web thing that's up there on the in the toolbar. I use that like for everything, and I love it. And it synchronizes with the Gmail, so it's Google, not Gmail, but Google.
Yep.
So
And there you go. You can.
I just love it.
There's the web clipper and.
Yep.
Yeah, you've made me a convert. I resisted for a while, but eventually I broke down, and Evernote's a really great piece of software. I like it.
Talking about Evernote real quick, have you tried the new app Scannable?
No.
Where it's a scanning thing, it'll scan things directly into your Evernote.
I haven't.
You might want to check that out. Yeah.
You like it?
It's cool.
Awesome.
Yep. Scannable it's called.
I noticed Mina asked a question. Did she find out what Yesware was all about?
She wrote, gotcha. But Yesware is a mail tracking program. It tracks when it's opened, how many times it's open, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And there's more things you can do with Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Tell me more about Evernote. Well, that could take a long time, Mina. Evernote, just download it and start working with it. It's my favorite. It's an app. It's a web. You can have it on your desktop. It works across all your devices. It tracks notes. You can talk. It's awesome. You can do lists. I think probably we should do an Evernote. I know Kathy. We were talking to Kathy at CCAR, but we should do an Evernote again because so many people ask all the time about that.
I get asked. I get asked about it as well.
Maybe we'll put that on our agenda for next week. Is to, everything Evernote. Ask anything Evernote. So.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, talk about that.
I mean, it's a very useful organization tool. I mean, I tell you, two things that sold me on it originally was the fact that off of any search, and it searches everything. So, like, if you can't find something, when you bookmark things, which they only have limited searching ability often,
right.
The neat thing in Evernote is if you can remember one word about what it's about, you'll usually be able to find it. And then the second thing that sold me completely, which is when I went and started using it regularly, was the ability to create reminders. And I mean, it does so much more than what I just described, but it's just a really great tool. I like it.
Time-saving tool. It's paperless. It's awesome. So, but right. Yeah, Mina, we will. We'll. I think we'll put it down for next Friday. It's not so much a class as a quick, intro to the Evernote, and then we'll probably do a class for the board at some point again or a webinar. So I know people have been asking about Evernote again. So, but well, I think that's pretty much about it for today. It's about 20 after almost, Pierre. So, any closing notes? I know we want to mention Tuesday's class, if you want to mention that.
Yeah, we've got at the CCAR on May the 5th, we've got the listing presentation class, how to create one, put one together, and then
live and in person.
Yeah, that's right. We got Realtor Mark Davault coming and showing his listing presentation, and he'll be there to answer questions on what's working for him and things like that. I think it's going to be a really productive class. I mean, who doesn't want listings? Who doesn't know the value of getting listings? Right. And I think this class will be really beneficial. Really appreciative of Mark taking some of his time to come and spend it with us. So, but that's it for me.
Same here. And Mina was asking me about my new family member. I was just telling Pierre I adopted a new member, a 6-year-old poodle. We rescued him. So he's doing well. He's making adjustments. So he's learning to like us, and we're learning to get him. So.
And I'm deeming him Andy the Awesome. He's
there you go.
Very cute. He's very cute. Well, I guess we're at time, and wanted to thank everyone for being here, Mina. And I guess for me, I'm just going to have an awesome weekend. I hope you have a great weekend, Miss Sue.
It's supposed to be beautiful. I'm going to be outside the whole weekend, I think. So it's been too many rainy weekends. I'm ready for outside. So have a great weekend, everybody. And Mina, pass the word on to everybody to join us for the QFF on Friday at noon. And we'll see everybody next time. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.